January 6th, House Select Committee will hold its fifth public hearing tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern.
Tuesday's hearing shed light on former President Trump and his allies' efforts to overturn the 2020 election results in Georgia. Republican state officials and election workers testified before the committee. They said they were targeted by the former president for doing their job by maintaining there was no voter fraud in Georgia.
CBS News Congressional Correspondent Scott Macfarlane joins us now for more from Capitol Hill. Hi, Scott. So a lot of testimony yesterday was quite emotional. What stood out to you the most, Scott, from what we heard yesterday?
Hey, Tanya and Elaine, we see a pattern forming. That's what stands out. Last week, the committee showed the pressure campaign upon Mike Pence in the days before January 6th. Then they showed him running for his life here at the Capitol January 6th. Then yesterday, in this fourth hearing, they describe and show the pressure campaign on these local election officials and the local election worker, which ultimately manifested themselves on threats on their lives. So the pattern is clear. What begins as a pressure campaign and people defying or standing up to former President Trump ends with many of those people suffering racist, misogynistic, and ongoing threats. This is clearly a key component of the committee's argument, and they've laid out what their argument's going to be. They're going to make the case that Donald Trump was part of a conspiracy to defraud the United States, and through these hearings, especially yesterday's, they're going to argue Donald Trump gave rise to violent threats.
So, Scott, given this pattern that you've laid out so far, what can we expect for tomorrow's hearing?
Tomorrow is about the pressure campaign by Donald Trump against his own Justice Department in the 11th hour between Election Day and January 6th. We know this from the witness list the January 6th committee has released. There'll be the acting attorney general in the final days of Donald Trump's presidency, Jeffrey Rosen, a former deputy attorney general, Richard Donahue, who's been quoted, clips of whom have been shown at the prior hearings. What the committee is aiming to show tomorrow is likely the campaign waged by Trump and his inner circle, whoever was left in the inner circle after Election Day, to get the Justice Department to bend to his will and further these baseless claims of election fraud and election lies.
All right, a lot to watch. Scott Macfarlane. Scott, thank you very much.